What is up, guys? Zero Bait back in another video, and today I'm going to be finishing up the 24-hour Le Mans race day event with the 2019 Porsche 911 RSR. You got a little bit of a lack of performance on the car, but that's okay because it's the end of the race. 3 upgrades on every path, which I'll get into that a little later. I didn't really like that, but it's a fantastic car, fantastic event, one of my favorite of both categories. So I'm just going to get into this. Yeah, basically the only thing I don't like about the upgrades thing is they set minimum PRs, which they haven't really done before in events like this. Which this is a unique event, but unique events like this where I have individual events and goals, they don't usually set a minimum PR. They just give you a recommended PR. And I don't like the fact that they added a minimum PR because you had to put upgrades on the car, which A makes you pay more, and B makes the racing super uncompetitive because you have to put so many upgrades on the car that your car is just ludicrously fast, and there's no competition anymore. In events like this, I like to keep my upgrades low to keep my costs down, but also because I like racing cars that are better than me and actually beating better competition. And I couldn't really do that. I tried to do it a little bit because I tried to keep all my upgrades for, brakes and tires and all of that, because it keeps the racing a lot closer, especially at Le Mans, which the long straights, you can, you lose a lot of time based off of the faster cars like the Ford, where they just fly down the straights. But then I'd be so quick in the corners that, I would just come flying from 70 meters back and actually be able to make the turn. So I was able to compensate for that a little bit, but it's impossible to completely adjust for that. So, you start this event 800 meters ahead, and, a minute and a half later, I'm 14 meters ahead. Like, there's no competition whatsoever. Whoa. And this car, granted, is so fast. The fastest GT in the game, I think, hands down. But it just has so much grip in the corners, and once I had to start upgrading the engine, it just started running away. And it's still slower than the Ford in the straights, but its weakness got adjusted for, and now it's just a beast of a machine. And it sets ludicrous lap times, of course. All the cars set stupid lap times around Le Mans. Maybe it's a bit unproportionate with the track. You can also take cars way faster around corners than you can in real life. Obviously, there's no LMP2s in the game, which I would love if they added LMP2s. I've been waiting that for a while, but, it just sets stupid lap times. Like, with this car, if you're pushing it, I can go under 3 minutes with this car, and I'm far from, the quickest guys in this game. I'm gonna be 5 to 8 seconds usually slower around any particular track, and I can easily run under 3 minutes. I've run 2:58, 2:57. I ran a 2:56 even. And I haven't even gotten a great grasp of this car. You really don't even need the brakes in that corner, but I'm not driving it super hard. But yeah, you can run well under 3 minutes, whereas in real life, LMP1s in qualifying are going to be running, I think like 17s, or like somewhere between 3:15 and 3:20. And this is just so much faster, and I'm going to put it in chase view for the next lap, and I'm really going to go hard for this lap and just see what kind of lap time I can push. Cut the corner there just a bit, but it's okay. So I'm going to try not to talk too much. I just want to concentrate and see what kind of lap time I can put in here, and just see what I can do. And granted, like I said, I haven't really figured out everything with this car. I haven't pushed it a lot because there's been no need to, because I've been so much faster than the rest of the competition. But I'm just gonna, do a lap here. Oh, and that car's gonna get in the way and gonna mess it up. But cut it just a bit, lost some speed, but it's okay. We'll see what I can do here. I'm expecting to be under 3 minutes, but small mistakes here and there just because I haven't really gotten to know the car that well. And there's obviously a little bit of traffic. Might not be under 3 minutes, but we'll see. And I am going to cut the corner here, just because to run a clean lap in the game, you can do that. Just get a little bit of a slipstream, which I love that they put this in this event. Draft and slipstream is such an important part of racing, especially at a course with long straights like Le Mans. All cars will have slipstream in racing. It might not be huge, but all cars have it. And in this game, only NASCAR really has that. So I'm glad that they put that in this event, if only, just the fact that it's there. Because it's not super useful, it's not super realistic, but it's there, which I like. And I don't think I'm on a super good pace right now, but I've never driven this car in chase view, so although it is a bit odd, I especially am much better in chase view just overall, but I just like driving cockpit, and that was horrid. But it's so much easier to put the car where you want it and easier to know where the car is when you're driving in chase view. So the potential lap time for me especially is much quicker driving in chase view. So I wouldn't be surprised to go well under 3 minutes, but I also would be surprised if I was over 3 minutes, just because I'm not, that consistent with this car yet. And with traffic, it makes it a little difficult. That's going to be a little sketchy. Lost time there, but, what are you going to do? There's guys in the way. Alright, 222 to this point. That's horridly slow. That is so slow. I'm not going to be under 3 minutes, not even close. But I'm just going to keep going hard and see what I can do here. See if I can get under 305. That might be possible. So I just want to show you how hard you can push here. That little lifting coast, and I did lose the back end there, but a little lifting coast, almost a tap, just a little more than that. I was really trying to push it and see how hard I could throw it, but with the right line, just a little small lifting coast, and you can make that corner, going close to 300 kilometers an hour, if not over, which you cannot do in a lot of cars. The LMP ones, the Porsche 919, 2014, which I've driven a lot, yeah, I see nowhere close to 3 minutes. Oh well. So I'll switch into this view just for the last lap, but like I was saying before, the LMP ones are going to be doing 317s. Is a really good lap with an LMP one. And yeah, I'm going to be horrid with this viewpoint just to let you guys know, but in this game, with this car, you can run well under 3 minutes. I'm not going to be surprised, with guys with fully upgraded cars and really good drivers, which I am not. They're going to be doing probably close to 350, if not under that. So, you're talking 20, 25 seconds faster than the LMP ones with a GTE. And that just doesn't make sense. There's no LMP2s, like I said, so there's no comparison there. But with the LMP ones, the fastest LMP one in this game is the Nissan GTR El Nismo 2015, which, ironically didn't really do that well in real life, but oh well. And by the way, my sub 3 laps I was talking about was without cutting that corner, which in the game you can do it and it counts it, but even going on the outside of the corner, staying outside the curbs, it was still possible to do it under 3 minutes with a second or two to spare. So you're doing it. In the Nissan GTR El Nismo, guys have done 235s before, cleanly, for the time trials. So you're talking 40 plus seconds, almost 45 seconds quicker than the real life time. And that's insane. Like, yeah, obviously in a sim you're going to be doing laps a little faster. Like in iRacing at the 24-hour Le Mans, the quickest guys are going to be doing, I think like 312s, 313s at Le Mans with the LMP ones. But that's sim racing. Things are a little bit different, but iRacing obviously much more realistic than Real Racing 3. And then you're doing, with a 2015 LMP1 car, by the way, doing laps 40 to 45 seconds quicker. That just shouldn't be possible. And yeah, like I said, things could be a little bit misproportionate, but with LMP1s especially, they have hybrid power, they've got boost, which makes you incredibly quick out of the corners. But in this game, there's no boost, obviously, so they compensate for that by making the car quicker in acceleration. So you're always going to be quicker, not just out of corners where you're using boost. And, in an LMP1, obviously, you're not using boost constantly, so while you're saving it up when you get to the higher speeds, in this game, you're not, so you just keep on pulling. And, even with the boost, the 0 to 100 is going to be about the same. But the 100 to 200 and 200 to 300 and anything above that is just much faster, and you're going to reach much higher speeds, especially on the Mulsanne straights. And that's where you pick up a lot of time. But you can also carry a ridiculous amount of traction and grip through the corners. So you just gain time all around. But yeah, that's just a little bit. But all cars are fast around here, so I think it's a little misproportioned. But yeah, I loved this event. Just crossed the finish line there, 3:15. That's ugly, but love this event. Love this car. The only thing they could have done better is keep the upgrades down. But yeah, we're getting more and more of that. So yeah, I really love this event. I love the events that are just trying to simulate a race, and there was a lot of them, so they did a good job there. My fastest lap was a 3:09, which even that was a horrid lap for me, and that was 10 seconds faster than almost everyone else. The slowest guy is 6:59. That's counting you know, um, that isn't their actual lap time, but it gets messed up because you're starting on different laps, so they're starting way behind. So yeah, really good event, really good car. It's gonna be set some ludicrous times compared to some of the other GTs in the game. Even the Ferrari and the Ford, it's gonna beat those times by quite a bit. And even the 2018, 911 RSR, it's gonna be a bit quicker than that. Just looking at the numbers. So it's gonna give me an ad there. So I'm just gonna end this quick. Thank you for watching. That's about it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you later.